So we're given that x, y, and z are positive integers, and then we've given this equation. And so these have to be numbers between 1 through 9. Those are the only possibilities. They could be greater. Actually, no, they could be 10, 11, 12. So there's a lot of possibilities. And the question is, which of the following could be the value of x plus y plus z? But if we look at the answer choices, since they are 7, 9, and 11, I know that has to be in this range. So the way I approached this in the exam was to just think of trial and error. And I started with the answer choices. So I said, well, 7. I mean, if this is half, meaning if x is 2, then I know the others have to add up to 5. Well, neither of those could be 1, because 1 over 1 would be just 1. So that would exceed this with other positive values. So if x is 2, then we would have 2 and 3, but you'll see half plus a third is not going to work. You can't do 1 and 4, so 2 and 3, and then 3 and 2 is really the same. So with just 2 here, that doesn't work. So if I go next higher value for x, because x can't be 1, so that's why I started with 2. Could be 3, then the other 2 have to add up to 4. That's 2 and 2, can't be 1 and 3. And you'll notice this also doesn't add up. So I can't get with 7. 7 is not a possibility. So that eliminates 1. And now I have to deal with the 9 and 11. And I'm just going to look by brute force to see, can I make it 9? And I think this is where I noticed, well, I recognize that if it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, that's going to be 1. And I'm going to be able to get to 9. So 2 works. And then finally with the 11, I said, let me just put one of them as 2, starting with the least value. The others have to add up to 9. So it could be 2 and 7. That doesn't work. 3 and 6, and that one does work because, and this is where I think having seen some of these fractions being added helps, because it's really 2 over 6 plus 1 over 6, which is 3/6, or a half, and half plus half is 1. So I was able to find it by trial and error that 11 is a possibility. So 3 also works. So clearly the answer is 2 and 3, which is E. So this is how I actually went about in the exam. I'm not sure if there is a more systematic way of doing it, or if there's a cleaner way. At least I don't know at the moment. Maybe some of you are able to spot something that makes this question easier. At first I thought maybe I would manipulate this expression. I've seen this enough, something like that, but that just gets messy, doesn't really help anything. So that approach also didn't work. So I don't know, at this moment, I think just this trial and error, this method of sort of allocating these other values and also making sure that x, y, z can be 1, that reduces the number of options. And this is what I think is the best way, but maybe there's another method that exists out there. So summarize, answer is E.